This is Red, White, and Bluegrass.
Both of our guests this morning won their races on razor-thin margins. Adam Moore won his race by 131 votes. You see the results right there. Vanessa Grossl, she won her race by 214 votes. You see the results there. Both races had a healthy turnout of more than 20,000 voters. Not only were their races tight, but they both managed to flip their seats for their respective party. However, the balance of power in Frankfort remains the same. So, Mr. Moore, I'll go ahead and start the segment with you here. What are the factors that you think led to you flipping the seat in your district?
Getting out there and being with the people, having those conversations at the doors. Now, our team, we knocked over 15,000 doors, but it wasn't just the number of doors knocked, it was what we were doing there. I spoke about listening already in the first segment, but I wasn't siloing people. These are Dems, these are Republicans, these are independents or third parties. We knocked on your door regardless of your party. We showed up with the same literature, the same talking points. We cared about cost of living, making sure we were improving our public education system, restoring basic reproductive rights, and making sure every Kentuckian had affordable health care and accessible health care. And that did not change from house to house. And it was that kind of message that it wasn't about, hey, I want you to vote for me because I'm a Democrat. I want you to vote for me because of our values, and we're going to help Kentucky.
Ms. Grossl, how similar was your approach to flipping the district?
Yeah, we knocked just about that many doors as well. Also showed up and talked to everybody, wanted to listen to everybody and hear what they cared about. It was very informative for me, and I feel like people felt that I was relatable at the doors. Even if we disagreed, they felt like they could count on me to listen, and that was important. We also felt like in our race, we have leader Damon Thayer, who announced his retirement from being majority floor leader, and the voters really wanted someone who could get things done in the district and bring about some funding in this fastest growing district in the state. It's one of the fastest growing. And so I think people were looking to new leadership perhaps that they felt could really bring those jobs and the investments into the community that are needed. We've had some really good growth. People in the district are feeling that things are going well, but we know we can do just a little bit better. And so people are excited for this new leadership.
Were there any preconceived ideas about any issues or things that voters would be concerned about that maybe changed for you as the race went on, or you ended up winning your seat?
I think I went into it, so much of the media attention goes to these culture war issues. People cared about cost of living. That's what people cared about, how expensive gas was, groceries were. And so after our first print of 5,000 handbills, when we reprinted more door hangers, we thought about what can we do? We can't do a lot, but what can we do in Frankfort to address cost of living? And we really focused on that message the last 6 months of the campaign, because that's what was most important to the people, was that cost of living and making sure that they weren't forgotten by people like me and others in Frankfort.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
for me, well, with the amendments on the ballot, people wanted to talk about those issues. They wanted to talk about education. I told them both sides, kind of the arguments from both sides. I never tried to strong arm anyone into believing how I believed on that issue. And I feel the same on so many different issues that our district's voters face. I think that, the one other amendment brought to people's minds border security. And even though we're not near the border here in Kentucky, people wanted to talk about crime and keeping their children safe in their neighborhoods. And they wanted to know that I was willing to support law enforcement and be tough on crime.
Given the challenge it was to ultimately win your seat, you all saw the margins there. I mean, they were tight, and you're going to be back on the ballot again here in a couple of years. Has thought already been given to the challenge that it's going to take to maintain your seat in the future?
Being honest, I think if I'm a good legislator, that means I'm working hard in Frankfort, but I'm also present in my district. Doing the work will help take care of the politics side of things. I'm going to still campaign hard 2 years from now, but I'm focused on doing the work right now, and hopefully that will speak for itself with the voters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, communication is key in this job as well as so many others, and I think that the voters want to hear from me and see me frequently, and they want me to listen to them and to engage with them, whether it's via constituent surveys, email, phone, and so I'm making myself available. I started on the campaign trail doing these coffee with the candidates. It's something that I plan to continue so that I can engage and meet the constituents where they are.